Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So, V-Jump leaks have finally surfaced, and we now know more characters that will be in the game. Now, shoutouts to DBS Hype, I saw this on his Twitter account, but we got the confirmation of more BUU Saga characters. More than likely, this will tie in with the next trailer, but the new characters that we see in this V-Jump scan are Super BUU, Gotenks absorbed, Super BUU Gohan absorbed, Kid BUU, and Ultimate Gohan. Granted, out of all those characters, I believe we've seen Ultimate Gohan in like one of the background images of like one of the videos that's like surfacing online and whatnot, but this gives like the ultimate confirmation, like he's absolutely in the game. Not only that, we got a little bit of extra info concerning like some of the mechanics in the game, which I'll also break down in a bit. But focusing on the new characters again, we do have Super BUU, and we also have the names of the moves as well. Like I translated these myself. No Google Translate or anything of the sort. Your boy's been learning Japanese. I'm fairly confident in my translation. So we have Super BUU, and the move he's using is called Revenge Death Bomber. I'm very sure that this is his ultimate blast because it's named the exact same way as it was in Tenkaichi 3. It's literally the move where he blows himself up. But yes, the ultimate blast move that Super BUU is using in the V-Jump is Revenge Death Bomber. It's named the same, it should be functioning exactly the same. And then we have Super BUU Gotenks absorbed, and the move that he's using is consecutive galactic donuts. But I believe in Tenkaichi 3 it's called Galactic Donut Volley, but it's literally the exact same thing, just named slightly different. So again, consecutive galactic donuts, that's also his ultimate blast, you know, Super BUU Gotenks absorbed. And then we have Super BUU Gohan absorbed, and the move he's using is Super Ghost BUU Attack. Again, same thing as it was in Tenkaichi 3, nothing's really changed. And then we also have Kid BUU. Kid BUU is using Planet Burst. Again, same move that he used in Tenkaichi 3. And finally, we have Ultimate Gohan, and the move that he's using is Burst Rush, which of course, if it wasn't Burst Rush, something would be wrong. But I noticed something though. So these are BUU Saga characters, right? And we do get to see images of other characters that were also a part of that saga, like, you know, Z and Goku and whatnot, as well as a Super Vegito. But I noticed that Evil BUU is not there, which is surprising because Evil BUU was in Tenkaichi 3. Granted, Evil BUU in the anime didn't really stick around for much, you know? So like if they cut out Evil BUU, sure, I guess, right? But it would have been cool to see Evil BUU still be part of the Tenkaichi series, right? Especially because, you know, like he did still fight a little bit. He did fight Majin Buu, so it would have been cool to see him make a return. Also, we don't see Babidi, so that's also gonna be kind of interesting. Like between those two, between Super BUU and Babidi, surprisingly, I would understand if Babidi didn't really make a return, because with Babidi's moveset, it kind of functions with other characters that are not playable. So if Babidi's in, which I hope he's in, I mean, obviously there's still like a very good chance that Babidi's in the game, then if they were to make Babidi, they'd also have to make other characters that flow with his moveset. I believe one of the characters was Pui Pui, so we'll see how that works. Again, like I said, I want to see Evil BUU and I want to see Babidi. I'm just surprised that they didn't show them in the V-Jump. That's all it really is. But again, we still have the trailer, and when the trailer drops, then we'll get to, you know, really see who's all part of this saga for this game. Okay, so with all of that out the way, the other thing I wanted to talk about are it's pretty much the clashes in the game, right? So in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, there are 4 clashes. We've known this for a while, but they do at least list the names of what these clashes are. So in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the clashes as a whole, like as a mechanic, are called impact actions. And from the top left corner and then like working down, I'll list what each action is. So starting from the top left, we have what is called Blast Impact. Now, again, this is just the beam struggles, but they're calling it Blast Impact in this game. We've already seen it in action as well. It functions actually, well, okay, I can't say that it functions the same as Tenkaichi 3 because that's not true, right? We do know that you have to input a button press in order to try to get the edge and, you know, the impact. But to this very moment, we still don't know how that gauge truly functions. So I guess in due time we'll find out, but either way. So we have Blast Impact, and then below that we have what is called Power Impact. Now this is a brand new type of clash in the Tenkaichi series in general, right? Because we have seen this in action as well, right? But this is the grab clash. So pretty much, you know, you would be locked into like a power struggle with the opponent, and I believe it's kind of like a gauge that goes up, and you have to time your press properly. And of course, I'm assuming whoever gets like the most well-timed presses, I guess, wins the clash. And then you kind of like stagger your opponent afterwards, right? So that's what the grab clash is called. It's called Power Impact. And then on the top right, we have another clash called Crash Impact. Now, this one, I'm assuming, is similar to... you guys remember in Tenkaichi 3 where you would get into like a clash with the opponent, but it wasn't just like, you know, you throwing hands. It was you guys would collide and then vanish away, and then you would have to like press a button, right? And you have to time those presses and whatnot. I'm assuming that that's what this is more akin to. We have seen this before. I believe I saw a video of it on Twitter, but I truly don't know how this one in particular functions, only because I think I've seen it once on Twitter and that was it. Like, I don't think anybody who's really played the demo managed to make that happen like that. So I guess we'll get more details as, you know, as time goes on. And then below that, we have the final impact, which is called Speed Impact, which is the one that we all know and love. It's the Strike Clash. We already know how that functions. Depending on which controller scheme that you're using, you either have to mash one of the buttons, or you have to spin the control stick, and whoever mashes the most or spins the control stick the fastest ends up winning the clash, and then from there you get to pursue your opponent. So that's pretty much that. That's really all of the big details concerning the V-Jump. Again, like I said, these are translations from me, and I'm fairly confident in my translations, right? So I'm glad that we at least got to see more BUU Saga characters, because they really did hold off on showing off more of BUU's forms. For whatever reason, I don't know. It's kind of like in the same scenario with Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, for example, where they just, for whatever reason, we're not trying to show Teen Gohan in general alongside Cell. So at least now we got to see them, and we finally got to see BUU. But I am hoping that when we get that BUU Saga trailer, that we also get, I'll say quote unquote, the more obscure characters again, because they're not really in the games like that. Like, again, Evil BUU, and especially Bobbity. Like, I really do think that Bobbity in this game would actually be pretty cool. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Gamescom is around the corner, and we are supposed to be getting some new info during that event. I don't know if that's going to correlate with like the BUU Saga trailer or whatever the case may be, but we should be getting some new info at Gamescom. So I'm hoping that if we're lucky, then we'll get another trailer. And if we're, and I use this very loosely, quote unquote unlucky, then at least it's just some new information about the game in general. But that's pretty much all of the new information for this V-Jump. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.